that other field that they're now harvesting is a bit further away from the farm, so in some ways that plays to our advantage because it gives the chap on the bucket a bit more time to roll the clamp between the loads coming in, which is actually really good practice. So you can see here it's just giving it a good roll, and the thing is the weight from that JCB is pretty hefty, so you're going to get a good compaction on there. Piling them in now. They're not a big clamp, so it doesn't take that lot of filling. When you're doing this job, because you're looking forwards, you're looking back, you don't want anyone running around. I mean, you saw earlier my kids are around. A bit of a liability in silage making. I had a lot of pressure, they wanted to come and watch, but I don't really like bringing them along for this because it is a bit dangerous with all these vehicles around. And you have got to be really careful. Just seeing there, it looks really good on that roll in there. Really pleased with that. Good and squashed down. So the trailer's coming in now. I don't know how many trailer loads we've had in. I like the smell of it. Oh, it's coming back. So this is the sort of time you've got to be a bit careful. It's on a bit of a slope here. What you don't want to do is the trailer tipping over. I think we'll be right on here, but if you're on a steep slope and you tip like that, it could be really dangerous. Every year when people are silage making, there's always a few pranks. No, I'm not saying about here, but just generally speaking silage making, because you've got big trailers tipping like that. You can always take a roof out, or electric light, wire, or anything. There we go, monster load of maize. So yeah, he's coming in with a bucket straight away, not hanging around, because I think the other load will be in a minute. Again, it's all practice on this job, really, as much as anything, really. You know, the power on that. We used to do this with a buck rake on the back of a tractor when we first started, on the back of our, I don't know whether it was 135 actually, when we started our grass silage. And I can't imagine it now, pushing loads of silage with a 135 in reverse. I know some people still do it, but look at this machine here, that just powered that up there then, didn't it? Really, really good. So that bucket's massive, so they can clear. I mean, trying to do this, well, I don't know whether you do maize silage so much as the butt rakes. It's harder to push because it all falls through the fork. Certainly grass silage you do it with a butt rake. But just the sheer amount of volume you can move with that bucket is incredible. I think we're going to get pretty full to the front with our loads here this year. Right, so I'll just watch him put one more bucket up, then I'm going to leave him to it because I've got to go and get some cows in, I think, in a minute. That is a good it. 414S, that is a good machine, because look at it, it's just shifting that like nothing, isn't it? Like spreading butter or something. If I did that with my tractor loader, it would just take forever. It's just a good thing about getting a contractor in, is that I couldn't really afford to do this, but if you get someone in with a machine and you pay them for a day, justifiable really. Right, let's leave them to it.